Good morning, afternoon, evening. Have you ever walked into a room full of voices, opinions, and personalities all competing to be heard, only to realize that the person who spoke the least had the most impact? There's a quiet power in restraint, a strength found not in volume but in calm control, in silence and in timing. Today we're diving deep into an idea that goes back thousands of years, one that modern culture often overlooks. We'll explore how silence, self-awareness, and strategic presence can shift how others see you, not by demanding respect, but by naturally earning it. Let's begin. Part 1. The noise around us. 5 minutes. Think about the world we live in. Everywhere you go, whether it's a meeting, a party, or even a group chat, people are talking louder, faster, trying to stand out. It's like everyone is performing, not participating, and we've been taught this lie. If you don't speak up, you'll be overlooked. But what if the opposite is true? What if the most powerful people aren't the loudest, but the quietest? People who don't feel the need to explain themselves, defend their worth, or prove anything. The Stoics understood this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength." It's not about being passive, it's about being present. Not reacting to every impulse, not speaking just to fill silence. When everyone else is rushing to be heard, the calm one commands attention, without asking for it. Part 2. Knowing yourself, the root of real confidence. 6 minutes, Aristotle said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. So much of our noise comes from insecurity, from needing validation, from fear of being forgotten. But when you truly know who you are, when you understand your value, you stop needing to broadcast it. You wait, you watch, you listen, and when you finally speak, your words land differently. They carry weight, because they come from clarity, not reaction. Imagine walking into a meeting where everyone is scrambling to talk over each other. Ideas fly, egos clash. But you stay still, you observe, you take it all in. Then, when the right moment comes, you speak. Not to compete, not to impress, but because you have something meaningful to add. That's not silence born from weakness. That's silence born from confidence. Carl Jung once said, "You are what you do, not what you say you'll do." So stop telling the world what you're going to do. Start doing it. Let your actions speak louder than your intentions. Part 3. The danger of restraint. 6 minutes. In a world that rewards speed, action, and visibility, restraint feels counterintuitive. But think of it this way. In a room full of fighters swinging wildly, the one who holds their ground becomes the most dangerous. Because they're not acting on impulse. They're waiting, calculating, timing their move. Restraint isn't weakness. It's discipline. It's knowing that you don't have to respond to every provocation, that you don't have to defend every opinion, that you don't have to win every argument. Socrates said, "To find yourself, think for yourself." So many people chase recognition because they haven't done the hard work of self-acceptance. The ones who are quietly confident, they don't seek approval because they've already given it to themselves. They walk into any situation with a rare kind of presence, and not loud, not flashy, but magnetic. They're not trying to impress anyone. They're simply there, and that's exactly why people lean in. Part 4. The art of listening. 6 minutes. Most arguments aren't about resolution. They're about survival, about proving a point, about defending pride. But real influence doesn't come from dominating a conversation. It comes from understanding it. Ask questions. Not to trap someone, but to learn from them. Listen, not to reply, but to understand. Carl Jung said, "Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. Instead of jumping in, pause, reflect, ask, am I trying to be right, or am I trying to understand?" When you create space for someone to think, not defend, you open the door for growth. For change. Socrates didn't argue, he asked, he listened, he guided. And that's how his teachings lived on for thousands of years. Next time you feel the urge to react, especially when provoked, do the harder thing. Pause. Breathe. Let your ego settle. Then respond, not from a place of needing to be right but wanting to be understood. Plato once said, "Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. Let your silence be your filter. Only speak when your words serve a purpose." Part 5. Decisive action. 5 minutes, stillness isn't inaction. It's preparation. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. You don't have to announce every step you plan to take. Just take it. Build your vision in silence. Refine it. Then reveal it. Fully formed. Don't chase attention. Create results so undeniable they demand it. Many people confuse motion with progress. They talk, they plan, they post, but they never execute. Socrates said, "The beginning of wisdom is the definition of terms. Know your target. Don't act blindly. But don't wait endlessly either. Action without direction is noise. Direction without action is procrastination. Be decisive. Be deliberate. Move like lightning. Sharp, sudden, clear." Seneca warned, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." So ask yourself, what are you waiting for? Perfection? Certainty? Someone else's approval? Step back. Design your strategy. Build in private. Then when the moment is right, don't creep toward the goal. Take it, cleanly, confidently, quietly. Part 6. The weight of silence. 5 minutes. Silence has power. Not the awkward kind, not the uncomfortable kind, but the intentional kind. The kind that makes people wonder what you're thinking. The kind that shifts the energy in a room without a word. Think of the last time you sent a message and got no response. Minutes turned into hours. Your mind raced. Did I say too much? Was it wrong? That's proof of silence's power. In that space, people reveal more about themselves than they ever could in words. Controlled silence turns the spotlight back on them. It forces reflection. It creates curiosity. In negotiation, in leadership, in relationships, silence is leverage. Plato said, "In all chaos there is a cosmos. In all disorder, a secret order." Silence is that secret order. It rearranges dynamics without confrontation. It reveals truth without explanation. Socrates said, "I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think." And that's exactly what silence does. It makes people think. Deeply. Sometimes uncomfortably. Let your silence challenge others. Let it show that your energy, your presence, your thoughts aren't given freely. They must be earned. Closing. 2 minutes in a world that rewards noise. Your silence can be your greatest weapon. Move with calm. Speak with clarity. Let your presence do what words never could, because real power doesn't shout. It waits. It listens. It acts. And when it speaks, everyone leans in. Thank you for being part of this journey today. If this resonated with you, there's more where this came from. Explore deeper. Keep learning. Keep growing. And remember, we'll be here when you're ready for your next moment of clarity.